Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25. With me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, another bonkers mod day. These are the mods for Friday the 30th of May. Probably a two-parter again. I don't think I'm going to get it all into one, but I will try to get as much in as I can. We've got two updates today: the extended goods and productions by Fazda and the Wasaika County, Minnesota map by Sebimodding. That does say it needs a new save game, if I recall correctly. Will need a new save game. A whole load of stuff has been changed on there. Worth having a look at the changelog. In front of me we have got the Faucet and Water Tank set by Vergamini modding Lostgamer. 8.3 megabytes download, 3 slots each, should I say, with R3 on PlayStation. But customization option, as you can see, the top of the tap there, you've got a swing lever, and this one you've got more of a tap twist lever. That's the same on both. You've got those options, plus you've got the option to change the colour of the actual hose itself. I went for a green and an orange. Once placed, the water is free at both of these. Build mode and across the containers. So just there, and as I said, when you go to place it like that and do R3, that's as close as you can zoom in. So it's really difficult to tell. But you can do water tap 1, water tap 2, which changes the two options on there. I think the first one's the twist turn, sort of standard tap, and then the other one is more of a, I would say, like a garden tap external, but however you want to think about it. And then colour option, if we go on that and let's say we change it to, doesn't matter, something maybe stands out a bit, no, can't really see that, but anyway, that does change the colour of said hose. There we go. The Faucet and Water Tank set. Next, and around it we have got the Construction Fence by Sebimodding, 2.06 megabytes download. Didn't write down the slot count because it does vary actually when you I think it started at 4 or something like that. We come down to our fencing just there and you'll see the various different fencing. So we've got 3 different sections. Click on that and drag it. Oh, hang on, we're in the way. There, and drag it. That's our standard fencing, whichever way you want to drag it. And angles, as you can see, the base plate's rotating as we go, which is nice. If we change the segment type, right on the D-pad and then go across, we've got that one there, which is a single gate opener. And then press it again and we've got a double gate opener. You can reverse that as well on the gates. That's pretty much standard on most fencing and gate systems in place. So I just did it. And it works really well, I have to say. I really like this one. Of all the ones we've had for a while, I think they're pretty cool. That one swings open like that. These swing open like that. Construction fence with gates. Nice. Next, got the placeable traffic light. Now, I didn't put this. This map doesn't have traffic on it. I've got my test map on, but this will stop traffic. There's a left and a right, so you place it with it either stopping the traffic this side of it or that side of it. So depending which side of the road you place it, obviously depending where you're in the world, which way the traffic goes, that kind of thing. If we come over to it, so on green at the moment, the traffic would happily sail past, and then we come to here and it says red. Press circle. Red comes on and the traffic will stop. And that really, in essence, is what it does. This is by FA, 2.55 megabytes download, 3 slots each. This was build mode and tools. There you go. So you can see on the, if you see in the picture, but you've got like a circle with the red cross in it. That tells you which side it is that it stops. So you've got a left and a right. There's no customization options within those. When you get it, you place it, and away you go. Lovely job. Placeable traffic light. Next, we've got the Hedges pack, also under fences. 3.41 megabytes download. These are 3s, and this is by Waldgeist. Again, build mode. Come down to our fence section. There's our first one. There's our second one. They're identical in the options. Obviously, they're not identical. That one is a more standard. What is standard? Hedge, and that one's kind of got some flowers, some decoration to it as well. But when we go to place these, same thing. You run it like a fence, place and drag. There you go. That's our first section. That's our second section. That's our third section. By changing on the D-pad, you can switch between them, have them all one size. It's entirely up to you, whatever you want to do. There's no gate section on these. That's how they come. That is the Hedges pack. Next we have got, oh yeah, this I'm going to show you in here. Under sheds, we've got the small wooden shelter. This is by Sebimodding, 4.52 megabytes download, 6 slots, 50,000 to purchase. This one just here, let me find a bit of space, he says. Just there. No customization option, it comes just like that. That is the small wooden shelter. Next, we've got just here. And I have a selection. I was going to say it again at the start, but I know people, I'm saying the same thing over and over again. Today's another big, heavy mod day. It doesn't look like a huge amount. It's 31 plus mods. But again, this pack has got an absolute ton in it. I've got one pack with Potatohall with 7 in, Marketplace with 6 or 7 in it, Elmcreek Placeables 14 in it. There's just loads. I think we're well over 60 again when you consider all of the things that are in the various different packs included. I'm not sure what happened to the flag, whether it's supposed to be like that, because when it shows the image on when you go to buy it, it looks like a regular flag shape. And there wasn't a customization option to change the flag shape that I could tell. Anyway, this is the traditional Finnish Farmhouses by Agrogaatti, 60.55 megabytes download. This was the same, 653, so this has got 11, 14, 15 items in it again, so a huge amount. So, if we go into here and we go across to our farmhouses first, again, I haven't put them all out, I've put a representative. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. They're all very nice buildings. Again, let's find a bit of space. So there's our first one. And again, I'm not going to show you all the options on all of them, but to say that if I go R3 on customization, we've got design 1, design 2, 3, 4, 5, design 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, back to 1. Colour option on that as well if we want to change the colour, like so. That's the first house. We've got that one there, which is I think was the one I placed. Now some of you got a porch area you can go into, the sleeping wardrobe trigger. Some of them the sleeping wardrobe trigger on the outside. You can't go into the buildings. You've got this one here. I'm not knocking it in any way, shape or form. I think the mod pack, they look fantastic. The level of detail, the weathering, they're really, really cool. But you can see the ones that have got customization options on them. Again, that one's colour but doesn't have some of the other options. And then we've got this one here. All slightly different in design. The front porch on this one's a little bit more ornate than the previous one. And this one's 2-storey, as you can see. All very nice. It does say in the description with this as well, actually. And I love finding out things like this. It's not something I knew. It says, Finnish type planned house in its original appearance, as well as an expanded version. Almost 300,000 of these almost identical houses were built across Finland in the 1940s and 50s. Which is very cool, I didn't know that. And there's a few other bits and bobs in there. There's some flag poles as well for Finland, Norway and Sweden. Come out of there, so that was under our farmhouses. We then go to others. So we've got just here, so I'll show you here as well. So that's the representative of those. We've then got garages, kind of garages and buildings. That's the garage, which is the one that I'm sort of showing, hovering over, which is 8,000. And again, customization option on these. We've got roof setups. And then we've got colour option for the main part of the building as well. We've then got that one. Some of these buildings you can go into, some of them you can't. That one, which comes under granary. The middle section you can go into this one, but not the two outside sections. That one I couldn't get into any of them, but it's just a nice decorative, again, granary building. And then this one here, again, slightly different design, more closed in, the walkways and stuff, but an open section in the middle, whereas the other one had a closed section in the middle. These are raised up on stone as well. I'm sure when these were done as granaries, that was to stop mice and things getting in, sometimes to sit on pillars and stuff like that, those toadstool things. And then under decoration was the flagpoles, I think. Yeah, there we go. So there's our Finland, there's our Norway, there's our Sweden. And if we click on one of these, look, that's how it comes standard, which doesn't look like the picture. And then we click customize, and it runs through a whole load of different options for different regions, I would imagine, all over. And we go back to Finland, and off we go again on that one. Then the sorry, oh, did I place it? Didn't mean to place it. Never mind. So yeah, it's weird. So that one, if I go customize, design 1, design 2, so Norway, but they're not the square flags that I was expecting. Yeah. Anyway, I mean that's how they come. That's what they look like. So this one here, like I say, got a porch area just here. With our sleeping wardrobe trigger. Like I say, you can't knock the build quality at all. The weathering, the look, they're very, very cool. You might notice as we go around, I've changed my main vehicles on my mod map now. I like about these buildings as well, look, we've got our options here for our chainsaw, spray cans, horse brush. So, utility shed. This one at the back, same thing. This was the one we can get into the middle section, but not the outer sections. And again, has the same shelf with those options on it there. And then this one was one of the granaries. You can kind of get up those steps, but these doors don't open. So this would be more of a kind of a decorative item, maybe park something underneath it. However you want to do that, whatever you want to do. As always, the traditional Finnish farmhouses. Next we've got this. This is the small diesel tank. This is by Maca, 6.5 megabytes download, 7 slots, 11,000 to purchase with the 15,000 litre fuel tank. You'll find this under build mode and tools. There's no customization options. It comes as it is. I couldn't find a light switch, so I'm assuming the lights are automatic. Come over to here, refill silo, any amount up to 15,000 litres for your diesel. Then taking your diesel out would be done just here. You watch me walk under this now and find the light switch. No, there's definitely lighting under it, but I couldn't find the light switch for it. But that may fit in with what you're doing, a map you're playing on. You might look at that and go, that is perfect. I just don't know. I don't know what's in your mind. I don't know what's in mine most of the time. That's the small diesel tank. Next we have got the Potatohall. This is one of 7 or 9. 27.46 megabytes download, 11s and 12s on the slot counts. What did I put? Again, I can't read my notes. Oh, 95k each I put. Looks like a word, not 95. 95k. This is by AgrarKadabra and Plugz. Again, the level of detail on this, the weathering, the brickwork, the woodwork, up on the beams and the doors, and you know, it's very, very cool indeed. So this one I have gone for, this is the 2-door with bunkers either side. And what is cool as well with this one, this light switch here does the lights on the outside of the building, as you can see they're all on. This light switch over here does the light switch inside the building. Does the light switch, does the lights inside the building, that is the light switch. With the door on the other side, I did have a double check, put some stuff in here, this is what they're designed for. There was a little bit of bleed through the wall, nothing major, nothing to write home about, but a little bit bled through. And then around the back I've got another one of, and they are all variations on a theme with the amount of bunkers inside or no bunkers inside, and doorways as well. This one was a 4-door, one either side and one at either end. But I'll show you. So if we go into here and we go to our sheds, so we start there. That's a Potatohall bunkers left, 3-door. So if we, again, let's find a space just up here. So the bunkers are on the left hand side. You've got 1 door at the front, 1 door there, 1 door at the back. That's 3-door. This one is your left 2-door. So this has got a door at the front, door at the side. No other ones. We've then got this one here, which is bunkers on the right, 3-door. That one is bunkers left and right, 2-door, which is the one I just showed you. You've got this one here, which is no bunkers, so the inside's completely empty, 3-door. So that was one, and was it one other side? Yep. This one here is no bunkers, 4 doors, variant 1. Now the 4 doors are 2 at the front, 1 either side. I think that was right on this one. That's variant 1. And then variant 2 is 1 at the front, 1 at the back, 1 either side. So it's still 4-door, but they were just in different locations. No customization option for colour or anything. This one I got out because this one I went for no bunkers, just so you can see that when you get it with no bunkers, it's just a big open space for storage of whatever you want. And I have to say again, for the price, the level of detail, the size, for 95 grand, that's not too bad at all, is it? Pretty cool. That's the Potatohall. Next we've got the open hall set. There are 2 in this pack. 14.01 megabytes download, 9 slots each by Rentner Modding. These are under build mode, and are these sheds? Yep, just there. So we've got open hall with solar system, which is this one just here. And with solar system, it says you can earn 0 to 3,000 a month. That depends on the sunlight and daylight hours and all that kind of stuff. But that's how much you can earn. And then this one here is without solar system. The options are the same on those. If we go for this one, for example, and do that. So that's what it looks like standard. Do customize. So you've got that without crossbeam, that with crossbeam on the inside, and that with crossbeams and a wall section in the middle as well. But if you'd have it rather open, you can. If you have it, like I say, choice is yours. Those are the options. I'm just showing you. There's no colour options for roof or anything like that. So there you go. That is the open hall set. Next, got the utility building. I'll put both of these out. So level of detail on these, but again, slot count, it's up there. Utility building, 16.94 megabytes download, 72 slots each by Radix Games, and the 72 slots is because the level of detail, absolutely bonkers. The two in this pack, you've got one that's been renovated. I mean, look at it now and you think, has it? But it was back in there. Plaster on the walls, that kind of stuff, and the other one is block work. I got both out because I wasn't sure if the renovated one had newer stuff inside, whether it looked tidier, whether there was stuff missing or different. They are identical buildings apart from those two different things. Again, into build mode, these were just down here. So there is your renovated utility building, and there is your made of concrete blocks. The same price, it's just a different look, that's all, really. They do look different with the ladder, but that's because, oh, maybe, oh no, it's around the side, there you go. So just here, set up the ladder, we'll do that, which gives you access up to the hayloft. You can do the doors from the outside, I did them from the inside, so if you want to bring small bales and stuff like that, you can. I always like these options where you get ladder things. I think it's very cool when they do that. On mods, if we open this door here, that's the larger door, it leads into the same area with the two small doors to the side with lighting on the inside there. But again, the level of detail on both of these is, you know, it's very, very good. I said this before about Radix stuff. Depends if you're nursing your slot count or not, but if you're not, these are well worth having. I say, very, very cool. Not this specifically, but sort of the Radix stuff generally. Then we come over to here, you've got a tiny little bit up there with a little window up there. If we do this one here, it says set up the ladder, which does that. You've got the last little bit just there, which gives you up to that bit there, and there's a, you know, like a little saw up there, and I don't know, it just adds another element to it. But there you go. That is those. Lovely. The utility building. Next we have got the central ethanol and feed. This is by Schultz-Modding and JacerShepherd. We have got, it's 29.81 megabytes download. The main ethanol plant building, as you can see in front of you, is 42 slots, 80,000. We've then got either side, we've got a total mix ration plant, and we've got a pig food plant. You'll see the correct names in just a moment. Those are 12 slots each, 40,000 each. Then we've got 2 sell points, both 2 slots, both 1,000 each to purchase. This one here, and then this one here, which is a curious one. Then we've also got, if we come into here and we come down to our animal section and barrels, added in here, we've got this, the MKS 8, and we've got the MKS 32 for the central ethanol and feed. Now both of these have unreal capacities as well on them, so we've got main colour, rim colour on these. We've got standard 32,000 litres or a million, and then this one, the small one, was 8,000 or 500,000 litres. And you'll see down at the bottom all the various things. It'll take pretty much everything, but it adds the ethanol in as well, which obviously you need if you're going to be transferring and selling the ethanol from said ethanol plant. Come out there, go into our build mode, go to our factories. Ethanol plant just there. There's no customization option, comes as it is. We've then got the modern animal food for cows. I put it that way around. 40 grand. And then that one then is the modern animal food for pigs. So, oh yeah, and then before we forget, go across selling points, and we have got, he says, that one just there, animal feed buyer. So that will do various different things. You can see them scrolling across the bottom there, so a main sort of sell point. And then that one there is your ethanol sales, which does all the things that are rolling across the bottom there. But again, if you're not sure what you can sell where at sell points, go into your prices menu, scroll down your list of items, and look at the right hand side, and the right hand side will tell you all the places you can sell those items. So If we come out of here and we'll go to, actually we'll do the ethanol plant first. So running the ethanol plant just at the front here, and what we can put into this is canola, corn, sorghum and soybean. Million litres of each it will hold, and then you set them off and running, and you can get corn meal out, corn gluten meal, diesel, ethanol, sorghum meal and soybean meal are your kind of byproducts of the diesel and ethanol process. So our diesel production is 200 canola, 50 to 150. You don't lose anything, so you're gaining diesel, you're getting the canola meal, and then we've got our diesel production from canola. Diesel production then from soybean. So soybean with your diesel, soybean meal out. Ethanol production, which is sorghum, it's ethanol and sorghum meal, and then you've got ethanol from corn, ethanol and corn gluten meal out, which is great. If we then go to, where are they? The modern animal feeds, there's our total mix ration one. So there's quite a few different recipes here. You've got fast. Now the difference in recipes here is the recipes, not the cycles per month. I think that was correct. So you've got TMR fast, and the recipe for the TMR fast, hay, silage, straw. And there's recipes quite high, 1,200 out. TMR fast with canola meal, so you can use the canola meal that's part of the process if you want to go for a more immersive, more realistic thing. You've got the TMR fast with gluten meal, then we've got TMR fast with mineral feed, then we've got mineral feed and canola meal, and we've got mineral feed with corn gluten meal. Then you've got a medium one, so you notice the recipes there, 600, 280, 280. Then you go to this one and it changes them, hay 240, silage 240, straw 120, with 600 out. So the medium is a slower running process, although the cycles a month are the same, the recipes are lower. And then you've got the various different things then on mediums with the various different meals and with mineral feed and the various different meals as well. And then the modern pig production, same thing. So I've got pig food fast. Now these were interesting actually, because the recipes on here, corn, oat, canola, potato, sugar beet. So you need all of those things to get that out. That's the fast. Then you've got fast with meal, but the fast with meal, which is interesting, it requires all of those things on fast, but fast with soybean meal, you use the soybean meal, but not all of those other things. Because I'm trying to scroll down the right hand side, and that's all it's showing on the recipe. That one is the same, all of it, but with mineral feed. Then fast takes all those other things off, and that replaces all those extra things with soybean meal. So it is well worth running it. Aside from getting the ethanol, the diesel, the byproducts, if you're going to do pig food and stuff like that, it's probably not a bad idea. And then so you've got fast, and we're on to the mediums again. And again, the recipes are less. Cycles a month stay the same, but the recipes are a little bit less. So, you know, it depends if you want to go. I mean, what is realistic, what is not. You know, I've never run an actual pig food processing plant. I've never run a total mixed ration processing plant. In line with what the standard of the game is, you know, it depends how you want to view that situation. So we should have, I'm still not sure that's right, you know. I don't that's yeah, so I started to say earlier, I've changed out all of my test vehicles from the Mack Trucker 921 case tractors to the Chris S. Riley S. Fence. I find them a little bit better to operate. So we've already got 5,372 litres of ethanol, we've got 5,373 litres of diesel, so that's where you get your liquids out from, and then taking out the other products, the soy milk, corn milk, stuff like that. But if you are going to run, in addition, if you're not going to sell them directly and you're going to run the other plants and use those, you can set them to distributing and they will distribute out to the other facilities. I don't think we can go in this building, can we? No. I haven't shown you the prices. Again, some people like it, some people don't. I got in trouble the other day. Someone said you spend ages scrolling through the menus and just showing us prices. We can look for ourselves. That's fine. Then you're absolutely right. You can look for yourself. Prices will fluctuate. Prices, you know, I like to just show them and say, look, the prices for this are good. Because people will often say, well, is it worth me running that? And that's when I would say, well, you know, I'll show you because the prices for this are this or that. But again, that can change because I have people that message me saying, well, the price you showed isn't what I'm getting. So again, it might be, are you playing on easy, normal or hard mode? What time of year is it? If the price has fluctuated, you know, I'm showing you the price at this moment on normal economy. That's all I can do. But I say, will I continue doing it moving forward? I don't know. For example, there's our corn gluten meal, pays out all right. Canola meal pays out a little bit better, to say the least. If we go down to ethanol, diesel. We've got ethanol sales. The price that is fairly standard, I guess. I did have a message. Where's my ethanol? Ethanol there. Yeah, price is all right. Not too bad at all for bringing your price. And I like the fact we've got a different plant. Ethanol plants are, I think, a lot bigger in the UK, US than they are in the UK. We probably have got some in the UK. I just don't know. Not that anyone sent me a memo about them, but you know what I mean. Now, I had a message from Schultz-Modding, and this was regarding Total-Mix Ration, saying that buying Total-Mix Ration was a little bit more expensive, but it was worth it because when you sell it, it was worth more. Now, if you look across at the prices menu, that's the animal feed buyer. That's what we place. That's one of the sell points, and the other one is the ethanol sell point. And what they're paying you is actually about the same than the sell everything, and it's not. I was expecting it to be a lot higher, but the sell everything is Schultz-Modding as well. So I don't know about that. It was a weird one. But anyway, yeah. So that's the ethanol. Sorry, where are we on my list? Central ethanol and feed. Nothing to see here. Nothing went wrong. I didn't make a mistake, honest governor. So take our ethanol to sell. There we go. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Awesome stuff. Right. Next. Oh, yes. Did I put one of these out? Yes, I put it out. Oh, it's up on the field. Let's go up to the field. Sure is a day for big productions, or big buildings, should I say. This is the American Pig Feed Mill by Matzy. 8.35 megabytes download, 20 slots, 249,000 to buy. Build mode, and this was under factories as well, I believe. Just there, 249 grand, no customization options. It comes as it is, like so. Quite a big proposition, quite a big building. But this will do pig feeds, pig food. Putting ins and taking outs. Where's my other bit? I've lost myself. There we go. Right. So click on it just here. So American Pig Feed Mill, corn, mineral feed, oat, and soybean. And the rest of this one is another one. Cycles per month are quite low, but the recipes are actually quite high. 6,000 corn, 2,000 soybean, 2,000 oat, 1 of mineral feeds. That means a huge amount to 10,000 pig food. So this will run at quite a pace. Like I say, even though the cycles are low, the recipe's high. That's how these combinations work. Again, I know I'm preaching to the converted, but if you're new, you might not know what the concept is. If the cycles per month are very high, say if that said 24,000, not 24, this production would run very quickly. If the recipe's very low like that, it will still run quickly. If the cycles per month are low, the recipe's low, it's going to chug away slowly. It's going to take a long time. Sometimes the cycles per month are low, but the recipes are very high, in which case that will still go very quickly. The combination of both, high cycles, high recipe, they will rock it. So yeah, and then you get your pig food out. I mean, it's straight forward. Yes, let's leave it at that, shall we? Nice. That's the American Pig Feed Mill. Next, I'm not going to put all these out and haven't put all these out. I just put that out as a reminder. We've got the Elmcreek Placeables pack. I think it was 14 in this pack. 110.88 megabytes download by Puma 145. Sheds, containers, farmhouses. I think that's where everything was. We're going to build mode. Go to our sheds. And we start here. So, Elmcreek Placeables. We've got the farm barn. We've got the farm garage. Well, I don't think the farm garage has a workshop trigger, but it is the old farm garage. I don't think there's any customization options on any of these. We've got the farm barn, that one, the old farm barn. We've got the wooden shed. We've got the shed that looks like that. Larger shed. Larger shed. Not quite so large shed, just different sizes and whatnot. I think that was that under there. So they're all under sheds, and then we go from there. What were the other ones I said? Oh yeah, containers. Under containers, we've got the Elmcreek water tower, and once placed, you'll see it has got a water point at the bottom. Oh, I didn't check to see whether that charges you or not. I'll do that in just a moment. I'll bring over my tanker and just double check. I'm not sure if it does or not, but that's under containers, your Elmcreek water tower. And then finally, I think it was under farmhouses. So you go, Elmcreek placeable farmhouse, that one there. See how it triggers? Again, no customization option. That one there. And that one there. That was 14 items, believe it or not, by Puma 145, the Elmcreek Placeables pack. So if you've been yearning for something from Elmcreek, there you go. Bear with me a second while I just go and grab my tanker just to double check the water on that, see whether it's free or not. It's free, the water's free, you can all breathe a sigh of relief. Awesome. Next 2 packs I'm going to show you. We've got the Marketplace by OmaTana, and we have got the Apple Tree by OmaTana. So let's start with the Marketplace. 16.81 megabytes download. This in essence sell points, and then these are decorative, so you can set up yourself a market stall area. Really nicely made and detailed. The decorative ones, we've got customization options to change the canopy colours as well if you want to. Then we've got the fixed sell points, so you've got a kind of set up ready to go marketplace. And the first one, it says with or without decoration. With decoration, has all the products already in, which some people prefer because they just want to see it as a marketplace, which is fine. Or you've got the same sell point without decoration, and what this is designed to do is as you bring your products, like the farmers market and stuff in base game, it will fill up the various different things as you put stuff in, which again then the other lot of people prefer because that simulates more you are delivering stuff to the market itself. So you've got the option for doing both of those. And then we got the same option. Was it the same option or was this on its own? This might have been on its own. Then we've got a standard sell point, which is just kind of a generic, does all but not a bigger market, just a small one. And then we've just got the sell point, so you can just have the sell point on its own as well. So we are looking at sell point 16 slots times 2. That's the bigger ones, these two here. We have got 11 slots times 2, or maybe it was, maybe I just put one of them out. 11 slots times 2 on this one here. And then the decorative items were 4s to 7 with customization options for canopies, but I'll show you. But what I want to try is, because I haven't actually tried it yet, let's put that in there. So you get paid immediately, and it should have... Oh, there you go. Our cheeses are out. So we've bought some cheese. The cheeses have gone out. I'm just looking on the shelves. What was it? I've bought some gnocchi. The cakes should appear here. I'm just looking at this side and looking at where things are. Cakes and bread. So bread and cakes should go in. Let's do our bread. So it's not a sells over time. There you go. So our bread's now filled up. I don't know how long it lasts actually in there for. Cake goes in. Our cakes have now filled up. So yeah, I mean it's just, you know. And then we got our preserves. I just did a soup. I mean there's so much more stuff I could have picked up and put in here, but let's just pop that in, which should have now put out along here. There you go, because that just had that stack. Now we've got some of these out, and then if you bring in preserves and jars and kimchi and whatever it might be, and then it will gradually match up to the other side. So it depends what it is you are looking for personally. So that's what I was talking about. That's Marketplace mod, so that's with everything on it. I think is that the right way around? No, other way around. So that one is the one that hasn't got anything on it, and that one is decorated, so it depends which one you want to go for. And then this one I did just put out just one of them, but it's the same. You've got market stall and market stall decorated. If I go for the market stall on its own, it puts that out, but you notice there's not as much stuff on there, and as you gradually put stuff on there, the shelves and stuff will fill up, as we just said. And then we have just got on its own the selling station for your market stall, which is great. We then come down to, where do we want to go to next? Decoration. And then we have our market stalls, the various different ones we put out. So we've got market stall bakery, market stall grains, vegetables, dairy, cans, miscellaneous. Oh, that's moving back onto the flags then. And if you, whichever one of these you pick, you can't do it on the other ones, but I don't think you can. But on these ones, R3, then click on that, pick what colour you want. Let's go for bright yellow, for example. There you go. So you can change your canopies. Let me just check. No customization on the big ones. And when I put these out, which was the one that I really... I like the look of all of them. Again, it's that level of detail that's put in. The fresh veg and mushrooms and stuff. Might have been this one, the sauces and bottles and stuff like that. I just really like them. But anyway, so there you go. That's the Marketplace by OmaTana. Next, also by OmaTana, I said we would have a look at, is the Apple Tree. This is making a return. So this is the Apple Tree mod pack with a juice facility in the middle of it. I don't have any juice ready to go because I only set this up a little while ago and I don't have any pallets yet. But I can show you what it all does. So this is 17.45 megabytes download. The juice production building, 14 slots and 10,000 to buy. We've got the sell point, which is 6 slots and 500 to buy. We've then got under greenhouses, we've got 5 slots and 1,000 to purchase. Just there, the single tree. And then 5 slots and 4,000 to purchase. We've got 4 trees. So that just runs a little bit faster. The recipe's a little bit different. The apples look rather large on there. They look absolutely huge. Anyway, so if we go into here and we come to our factories, there's our juice shack. No customizations on that, it comes as it is. If we go from there across to our greenhouses, there's our single tree for 1,000, and there's our 4. When you place them, rotate them around, place them wherever you want. Again, no customization options. And then we come back to sell points, and there's our market stall for fruits sell point, which is 500. Again, no customization on that one. But I'm just thinking you could mix these all in together when you consider, I mean, in its essence it's the same building. That's why I kind of placed them all together. I just thought it worked rather nicely. So if we come over to here, what is required to operate these? So we can get apples, and the recipe is just water. 64 to 64. Cycles a month 24. Because you might look down this and go, what? We've got apples with seed and manure, apples with seed and solid fertiliser. So with seed and manure, you're going to say to yourself, well, hang on a minute. It's 24 water, so it's less water, seed and manure, and you're still getting 64 apple out. So why would you go to the trouble of putting seed and manure in when you're getting the same amount of apple out? The cycles per month have changed. Just apple on its own is 24 cycles per month. If you do it this way round, you're getting the same out, but it runs faster, 48 cycles per month, and the same the other one, that's 48 cycles per month. And that's on the single tree. So if we then go across to the 4, I could have just done it in that menu, but that's all right. You can see the capacities as well that these hold too. So this one, 120 cycles a month. Recipe still the same, 64, 64. Then with the seed and manure, it's still 64 coming out, but again, the cycles a month are higher. So rather than 120, we're then on to 240. So that's why it's advantageous to bring seed and manure. And it doesn't use a lot of the seed or solid fertiliser, whichever you're going to use, you know. And then it chugs away. Apples 588 on this one, and then the other one, what have I got on that one? 117. So actually we're not that far off getting one. So then once you've got your apples, when you get your pallet of apples, you bring it to your juice facility. Your juice facility we can open and close the door. And if I recall correctly, when I used this on FS22, when you get this running, I think the press moves and you get juice pouring out of here into the buckets, if I remember correctly. But this also will do your grape processing unit stuff. Click on there. So we can do apple juice, which is fine. Incoming 5 apple to 4 apple juice. So you're not losing a huge amount. But we've got grape juice and raisins can be done here as well. So it acts like a grape processing unit, as well as the benefit of having apples from it too. Very cool. And then you can onwards with your apple juice and sell it wherever you want to sell it. There you have it. So, Marketplace and Apple Tree by OmaTana. Next we have got time to get onto some of the equipment machinery? I think I might have. We've got this next. Now normally I don't get these out when there's a lot of mods and stuff like that, cultivators, ploughs, that kind of thing, but subsoilers I'm never quite sure what you're going to get, whether it's going to subsoil and give you a cultivated look, or subsoil and give you a ploughed look. So I thought, you know what, let's just grab this out. This is a deep blade, and this is to allow for water to get into compacted soil and that kind of stuff. It's a double blader. Anyway, this is the Kuhn SO 270. I know that's not how you say it, but anyway, NicoPix's 2.48 megabytes download, 2 slots, 2 meters wide, no options available. You'll find it under your tools and subsoilers is its location. It does give the option to create fields. L1, allow create fields. What we're going to do is drop it down because I'm curious to see. There you go, so it's ploughed. Now that's interesting as well. So what you're going to have to do with this, I don't know how people are going to feel about that. This, I guess, would be if you were going to be doing, well, no, not even olive groves. That doesn't really work for that either. So you'd have to do that. Then when you swing it back around, you then come back, I guess, and then do the alternate, which I guess will make sense, wouldn't it? Even then, I don't know. It's yeah, I guess so. There you go. So you are subsoiling, but you are, and it will bring up stones as well, as you can see. But you are getting a ploughed look, not a cultivated look from it. And it will allow you to create fields as well, so I allow create fields. But even that's going to be a bit... Yeah, that's a curious one, isn't it? I mean, it may... No, I don't even know if it's even wide enough. I suppose it is. If you look at it, it's the width of the standard tractor tyres. So that would be, you would drive that along, I suppose, over fields where you maybe have done compaction with your tractor tyres, and that just relieves the compaction on those areas. That's the point behind it. Well, there you go. There you go. I should have lowered that before dropping it off. Let's try that again. Right, if I lower it first, let's not allow create fields. Lower it. Then drop it off. No, that doesn't work. What if I start to lower it and then drop it? Nope, still falls over. Maybe because I did it on the soil and not on the ground. Regardless. So no, the Kuhn SO 270. Next we've got the Degelman Rock Pack by Weekend Farmers Xorzi-Manu Taxes Modding. Yes, 12.84 megabytes download. We've got the 7200, which is 5 slots, 2 meters wide, 2,300 litres. We've got the 9600, which is 6 slots, 2.4 meters wide, with the 3,800 litre. I think I went for the 3,800 litre Degelman. Or Degelman, or how you'll refer to it. So, you'll find this under Pickers of the Rocks. There you go, Stone Pickers. So there's our signature, 7200, 25 grand, 100 horsepower required. We've got BKT, Vredestein, and back again. Those under BKT. Then we've got 2 small warning triangles on the back, at the bottom, or 1 big in the middle. Then we've got the Rock King 9600, 41 grand, 200 horsepower required, Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein. So as you can see, more options. Nothing under Trelleborg. And a Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and then the same thing, small or big warning triangle on the back. They both do the same thing. So what we do is we, where are we? Unfold. Turn it on. I've only ever seen, I think, the Millennial Farmer using one of these. I'm not saying he's the only farmer that uses them, but he's the only one I've ever seen use them, of the various different real-world farmers. And the big rocks that he gets up in is incredible, absolutely incredible. But there you go. That's what it will do. Go around. Obviously, you're not going to do it like I'm doing it, a figure of 8, but you'll do it sort of more efficiently and effectively. And then when you get to a trailer or whatever you're going to be doing, I can turn that off if I want to, or not turn it off. It's up to you. If we unload here, actually, why have we got, what's that for? Oh, it's the tractor, isn't it? But unload here. I thought we had an option for, oh, there we go. That's weird. Why did it? So why did it pour out before it lifted up? It's supposed to do that. It's supposed to lift up and then... How bizarre. and now it won't pick up the rock I've dropped off on the floor. It will only do it out of the ground. Oh, that's handy. So I need a bucket for that. Let me try that again. Why did that not turn off stone picker? Unload here. No, it's done it again. Is it going to now open up? What's it? I don't know what's going on. Okay, weird. Don't know why I did that way around. Maybe it's something I did. Maybe it was the order of operation. I don't know. Anyway, the Degelman rock pack. Next we have got. Have I got time to get onto this? Probably. We've got this. This is the Liquid Handling Truck Train by BDB, SSB and Dogface. 18.21 megabytes download, 14 slots, 9 slots and 4 slots. 14 slots, 9 and 4. These have Unreal options on them for capacity as well. So what are we looking at, ladies and gents? Well, if we come into here and we go down to, again, our... actually, no, we'll start at the top. We'll start off with the main vehicular unit just there. The Anthem Tanker, 100 grand. Click on that. So we've got 425 horsepower, 455 or 505 on the horsepower. We've got rear twin wheels. We've got medium tyres, wide tyres. Tank material, chrome, steel, stainless steel, brushed steel, plastic, back to chrome. Now, what's interesting about this is, let's say we go for, we'll stand stainless steel. I'm just looking at the colours. Look around this just for the moment. So we go to capacity, we've got standard at 8,000 litres, 20,000 litres or 40,000 litres, which is pretty cool. Back to standard again. Tank colour, so we can change the tank colour. So although we have got it in the stainless where it is, we can change the tank colour, which is fine. Then it says design colour. Now that's saying white at the moment. If I click on that and let's go light blue. Let's go red. Let's go yellow. I can't tell. I can't see what's changed unless it's something inside the cab. So I thought maybe it's another option. If we do main colour, that does the main vehicle like that. Chassis colour, we can do the chassis like that. Trim colour, let's do that. Hub colour, we can change the hubs. And then rim colour, license plate. But I cannot for the life of me work out what that second design colour is. Let's put it back on white. Nothing has changed again on there. So I thought maybe it's the tank. So let's go from brushed steel, plastic, chrome. It's not the stripping round it. I don't know. It's going to be something really daft and obvious. Something really small maybe somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, couldn't work it out. So we come down from there and we go to our animals section again, to our barrels. And under our barrels we've got here the liquids handling pack. So this one here, we're all set up standard, medium, wides, tank material, same as the main vehicle, steel, stainless, brushed, plastic, back to chrome. Capacity standard 8,000, 20,000, 40,000 litre. So same as the main tank. And these can all be daisy chained together. You've got dolly locking pin, yes or no. So that comes in handy if you're reversing these sorts of trailers, and if you don't like the swivel axle trailers, you can lock that in place and kind of almost, you're basically just forcing it into place, but you can lock those dollies, which makes life a little bit easier. We've then got, again, tank colour, design colour, chassis, hub, rim, same as the other one. And then the slightly larger one just here. Now this has got the option for dolly system on the front in that configuration, dolly system in that configuration, or no dolly, so you can use it as a regular tanker trailer. It's entirely up to you. I went for that one. Again, with the wheel set up, standard, medium, wides, tank materials, exactly the same. The capacity on this one is 26,000 litres, 50,000 litres or 100,000 litres. And Unreal, dolly locking pin, tank, design, chassis, hub, rim colour and license plate option on there too. So we can deliver multiple things around the farm at the same time. Olive oil, grape juice and buffalo milk, obviously, is the things you'll be taking, wouldn't you? And what I would show you is if we disconnect the rear trailer, and obviously we've got our swivel axle on the front here. If I now go L1 and lock dolly, and then go to back up, it locks. You notice now the dolly's not moving. So, and you are, in essence, you are forcing it into place, but that will help you straighten things out. But what I have noticed is that, and that's done that, whether it's locked or not. If I unlock the dolly, the tanker, which is designed for this pack and to pull these, when I had both of them hooked up and I was driving it round to get it into place, and I was barely moving, it was not like I was doing 60 mile an hour, it has a tendency, I guess the weight behind it on the dolly pushes the whole tank around at an angle. I'm not quite sure why, but it is pushing the tank around at an angle. There's no doors or windows that open on this. Interior, it's a Mack truck. And that's what the pack does. That's what it's for. That's, you know, whether you're going standard or unreal capacities. And then obviously you can use these in conjunction with other vehicles. It doesn't have to be with this front tanker, of course. So that was the liquids handling truck train. Next we have got through the gap here. I think we'll have time for maybe a couple of bits more potentially. We've got this. This is the Mac Pinnacle 64R 14.97 megabytes download, 16 slots by ARM Team. Today's going to be the rest as we go through these. We've got quite a lot of stuff by ARM Team. They are winning today. They are winning. So this you'll find also under your truck category, and it's just there, 157 grand for the base model. We've got 425 horsepower, we've got 455, and we've got 505. We've got wheel setup standard, wides, and back to standard again. We've got no ladder or with ladder. Which side was the ladder? This side. Yes or no. Then attaches, we've got standard or plus tray hitch, so you can tow other trailers behind it, which makes it very versatile. Main colour does the main colour. Didn't change it much, but it's changed it. Design colour does the back like that, and the rim colour and a license plate option on there too. 22,000 litres, and it will take. Actually, that's interesting. That is basically auger wagon chaser bin crop types. It doesn't take everything. I'm glad I paid attention to that. Yeah, so that's the stuff that auger wagons and chaser bins generally do, including seed and fertiliser. Yeah. Good to know. Maybe important bit of information. What this does have as well, though, that I really like is lights. There's no beacon lights or anything like that on it. Is when you open the cover, it's a proper roll cover as well. Look, I like that. That little bit of movement as well as it's moving. That's cool. And then unload here. There's no tip side back or grain door, it's just the grain door option. So yeah, I suppose technically very much like a kind of a chaser bin, self-propelled chaser bin. Let's close the cover. Interior. Oh, we're sitting very close, aren't we? Blimey. Just thinking of the other Mac we were just in, and this we're like, whoa, massive. There's no option to move ourselves, is there? No. It is what it is. Engine off. There you go, the Mac Pinnacle 64R. Next we'll have a look at... So, we are going to look at the... Now this, I put next this broken. It's a minor thing, but you'll see under Nigel Farage wagons, the Tego XR100. So this is 18.31 megabytes download by Patrick, 7 slots. If we click on it, we've got the option on the back, our tyres. We've got Vredestein, Michelin, BKT, Mitas, back again. We've got some options within those. It's these ones that really stood out to me. Boom, big old chunky boys. Now, look at the brands on the side of it. We seem to have a mixture. This is what I'm saying. I think it's going to get an update. So at the moment we've got brands Lely 2, which I couldn't tell what changed, but I looked on the back as well. Don't know. Then we've got Lely Old, which changes the colour, makes it an old sort of more, not a bright red, but a kind of, that's kind of faded. With then Lely Old 2, then Fent. So Fent's fine. Fent Tego 100 XR. Fent 2 in black. But then we go back to this, you've got the Lely and Fendt logos all together in one place. Design, no and yes, that puts the bars in the back for breaking up large stuff as it's unloading, that kind of thing. Silage additive tank, yes or no. So you can add silage additive for picking up grass and stuff as well. Rim colour option 2. You pick up raisers and lowers, you turn it on, pick up your grass, hay, straw, swaths, whatever it might be, and load it into the back. 320 horsepower required. Yeah, it's your standard forage wagon. Come over there. And we have got, I'll do this final one before I end and then we'll move on. We have got in here, also by ARM Team, just there, we've got the Crona Compre F155XC round baler, 70 horsepower required. This is 7.23 megabytes download, 6 slots by ARM Team. I think I just said that, didn't I? We've got the option of Trelleborg, BKT, Vrenstein, back again. We've got singles, tandems, big old tandems, back to singles. Bail net is empty at the moment. Standard net, film binding, or back again. We've got main colour we can change. Let's do that. Does that section, and then rim colour. So you can't change the green bit on this, but the bit that's cream, you can fiddle around with the colours a bit on that if you want to make it a little bit more your own. It will do 125s, 150s, and 180 centimetre bales. It's a round baler, which is kind of what you're hoping for. I think that's where I'm going to end part 1. We have got some more stuff to come. We've got this wall and and over the back we've got yeah, there's some more stuff. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.